Alabama and South Florida. Yeah, they kick off Saturday, 6 o'clock. Later today, you got the Tailgate show. But we came at you today just because we wanted to give you the double fist of Alabama sports. And we're going to give that to you. But first, I want to tell you this. Good morning, everybody. And the second thing I want to tell you is Roll Tide. All right, there he is, Big Sexy Elmo. I'm Mick Gillespie at Broadcaster Mick at Brett Elmore Show. Today, we will be at Unique on the Strip from 1 to 3 with Jay Coker, the Bama Tailgate Show. So if you're in Tuscaloosa for the football game, come over, hang out, get a cold Yingling, grab a screwball shot, maybe put one in your drink. I don't care. Just come hang out with us. We're going to be there. Who knows what the weather's going to be like. If it's good, outside. If it's not, inside. But we're going to have a good time. So Roll Tide, everybody. With that said, Brett, we get the rematch from last year's game, one of the most pivotal games of the season, because it was the game that we realized that Jalen Milroe was the best choice to play quarterback. We saw Tyler Buckner, not very good, and we saw Ty Simpson, did enough to win, but we knew at the end of that game that it was Jalen Milroe's show, and from that point on, Bama was Bama again.
Yeah, it was like 3-3 at the half, and what a wild and zany game that was. That day it was like raining like cats and dogs, I think, and hopefully we'll have great weather for the game Saturday night. I believe we will. Anyway, yeah, we knew Milroe was the man, and he took on the job and did quite well last year.
Caleb Cunningham, according to our friend Andrew Bone with Bama Online, and you'll see him on the Tailgate show later today, part of the On3 network, says Caleb Cunningham, our buddy, is going to be in Tuscaloosa for the game. He's the 5-star that's out of Mississippi that's coming to Alabama, decommitted from Ole Miss. But this guy's been taking visits. Are you worried at all that our friend isn't going to come to Alabama?
No. I think he'll take his visits, but I think he's locked in. Hopefully, I'll be at the game Saturday, so hopefully I'll be able to hook up with him and maybe talk to him in person. Be nice.
Give him a high five.
Give him a high five. Give him a, maybe a free gift card or something. I don't know. NIL deal there. But no, we'll have recruits in on Saturday, and boy, I tell you, the list of recruits coming in for that Georgia game is huge.
Well, that's what we're looking ahead to. That's the who's who of what's going on in the world of recruiting. But we'll stick to this game against South Florida. Remind you guys, we're brought to you by newlifeart.com, promo code Bama Tailgate. So when you go there, you pimp out your man cave like we both have. You want to use that promo code because you get a discount. Right now, it is free shipping on anything over $50. And a lot of these big prints are heavy. I mean, it's expensive shipping. Free right now if you spend $50 or more at New Life Art. All right, let's talk about this matchup as far as Alabama in town will be the 2014 SEC championship team. It's their 10-year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So our friend Jay Coker, I'm guessing he was the backup quarterback. Blake Sims was the QB that year. They beat Missouri, right, for the SEC championship, and if I remember correctly, and then they lost to Ohio State in the playoff. But and that was like the first year of the playoff. But pretty cool. It's crazy to think that 2014 was 10 years ago.
I was about to say, man, this is wild. That was 10 years ago, but every year we'll be having 10-year reunions for all of these great teams. And, of course, it's going to be a special day in Tuscaloosa anyway with the renaming of the field for Coach Saban. That's going to be big. So a lot of stuff going on in T-Town coming up tomorrow.
All right, yeah. So check that out, too. That's a lot of fun. And then Nick Saban is having the field named after him. So they're going to do a ceremony at Denny Chimes, and then they're going to do something on the field. And a lot of former players are coming back in town just to honor their old coach.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day. I know South Florida is not a no disrespect, but it's not a marquee matchup, I don't guess. But it's going to be a big night and big day in Tuscaloosa. I mean, a night game, another night game under the lights there at Bryant-Denny, and looking forward to that.
One thing that was interesting is that Alabama used 2 kickers in their game.
Yeah.
Obviously, Graham Nicholson, who was the Lou Groza Award winner, and then Connor Talty, the redshirt freshman, who handled all 10 kickoffs against Western Kentucky. DeBoer, was talking about that, and basically how important it feels like it is to rotate kickers. He's like, hey, 63 points. I wanted to get some guys in. I like this about him. I like the fact that you just get the vibe when it comes to DeBoer that he's not afraid to go for it. He's not afraid to think out of the box.
No. He's not. And I tell you what, he does. Hey, we saw him rotating positions, and it helped us on the offensive line during the practice and off season. But he's not afraid to do it during the game either. Nice swig, man. That was great.
Thank you.
Did you see the breakfast juice? Breakfast juice. Did you see the new rendering of the basketball facility?
Yeah, and you know what? That was kind of where I wanted to go next. It's like you read my mind.
See, we're I've got ESPN here, and
that's right.
And I can read your mind. I know what you're thinking half the time, and you don't even know it, Mick.
That's right. They put out the the new proposed facility. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Obviously, Nate Oates and what he's been able to do. They also added a exhibition game in Birmingham against Wake Forest. This guy's so much fun, man. I mean, just like any time, any place, anywhere, any opponent, like love him.
Why are they playing at Boutwell Auditorium? That place is the biggest dump in Birmingham.
Well, you got it because it was available, probably.
I mean, I guess so. Man, I haven't been to Boutwell Auditorium in 100 years. But whatever. I mean, that's fine with me. Whatever they want to do,
Yeah,
but
right.
It's not the best place. I mean, that wouldn't be my first pick, but Bama at Boutwell. It just sounded good to him, I guess. And I said, let's just play at Boutwell.
I wish they'd play some games in Foster, that little place. Women's basketball was there. And they were like so sure that's why they weren't recruiting, because they were playing in there and they couldn't fill that gym up. So they just go in the Coleman, and it looks like an empty cavern with the women's team playing in there.
It's cavern.
Like great idea.
Yeah.
That to me, it's just amazing every time I think about it. That first off, we have a women's basketball team, and then secondly, they never win anything. And then thirdly, that the coach has been there forever, and we just kind of forget, like, hey, what's her name? Oh, yeah, that Curry.
Yeah, Curry lady. Yeah.
I don't know what photographs, they said that. Like, I don't know what photographs she's got on Burns, but it must be good.
Oh, Mick. Mick, that's terrible, my friend.
Well, that's what they say. That's what they say. I mean, I don't know. Like, you watch the fact that Caitlin Clark has made women's basketball kind of pop up as something that people are into now. It'd be nice if Alabama went out and got somebody young that could recruit, somebody that maybe just got out of the WNBA that could go and get some top-notch players and compete. Because you're going to need them to fill up these gyms. I mean, to have a team that's contending, not just to make the playoff, and I mean the tournament, but to win a championship. I mean, and Bama hasn't been there since Christy Curry's been head coach. All right, let's. I see that you ran into another one of your super fans.
Hey, they're everywhere, Mick. A shout out to my boy Dwayne.
What's up, Dwayne?
Dwayne Painter. He is and thank you for your service, Dwayne. It was a pleasure meeting you. He's a veteran member of the VFW, and I think he's. I think they said he's the next commander of the local post here. So Anyway, nice to meet him, and he loves watching the show.
Well, Dwayne, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm volunteering with the American Legion Post 199, and part of it's because it's in Fairhopes where I live. Part of it's because they have a killer tiki bar on the Mobile Bay, but mostly because I'm proud of our country, and I think that the people that served it deserve a great place to go hang out. We're trying to rebuild the American Legion building that was damaged during Sally and really just needs to be rebuilt. But totally love what you do, man. And everybody that served our country, big time appreciation from me and a huge roll tide. All right, guys, let me say this to you. Show's brought to you by Pearl River Resort. And that's when Brett normally dips out. And I see him in there with his, looks like a koozie that says Bud Light on it. I don't know what's in the glass. But what I will say.
Are you accusing me of something?
No. I wasn't talking about you. There's another Brett.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, you're big, sexy Elmo. I'm talking about
yeah.
But what I will tell you is this, is that at Pearl River Resort, you can go to Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. That's where you got the hole-in-one last time we were there. And you can play golf. And if you go to Golden Moon Casino and you go to the Timeout Sports Lounge and Sportsbook, you can put $50 down and you can play Dancing Rabbit for just $40. So get your friends together. You don't need a membership, but it's a place. They call it the Augusta. You can play. It really is a fantastic course. They got Gary Allen, Scotty McCrary coming to perform in the fall, part of the 30-year anniversary of Pearl River Resort. And a lot more. Geyser Falls Water Park, the spa. They got Mama and Them's, Philip M. Steakhouse. It is really a fun place. Silver Star, Golden Moon Casino. And we're telling you, go check it out. That hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, easy drive, no traffic, 2 hours from Birmingham and change. But the fact is that it's an easy drive and fun. Take my word for it. Roll Tide, everybody. All right, when we come back, Brett takes over the show.
Resort. They call him Big Sexy, coming at you from the Walker County. Jasper is his hometown. He's known for giving free rundowns. Oh, Big Sexy, throwing out those Alabama thoughts, sneaking out your mom's window without getting caught. It gives you the XP, but Big Elmo is here to please. Big Sexy Elmo on the Bama Tailgate Show.
Ah, yes, indeed. It's the 6th day of the month, Mr. Gillespie. And we take a look at the celebrity birthdays for today. Oh, I know you're going to love this one. Are you ready? I mean, everybody has been at a place in their life, in a bar, and they've had a beverage and maybe even a cigarette dangling from their mouth, and they say, "It was all that I could do to keep from crying. She never even." David Allen Coe is 85 today.
Yeah, I've heard from country people that toured with him and stuff that he wasn't a real easy guy to get along with. He was really I think a lot of the outlaw country guys were outlaw country guys, but they weren't really outlaws. He was an outlaw.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, and had a rough edge to him, but he did have some songs. And I saw him play at the old Ivory Tusk in Tuscaloosa years ago. I've seen him. I think I saw him a couple of times back in the day. And to think that I saw him at the Ivory Tusk, and it was just like seeing any other band. I was standing right in front of him, and there he's playing. He looks just like you said. It was all that I could do
Yeah,
to keep
yeah. I mean,
going.
have you been, at an establishment about 1 o'clock in the morning and the vibes are going good and the band starts playing that song, you're like, you never even
Yeah,
called
I
me.
have.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have. And I didn't even know this song growing up. I mean, this was like I got the Alabama song and I had to learn like if I'm going to drink with the crew, I got to know the songs that you sing when you're drinking. And that was one of them. That was like a drinking song. So I learned it fast.
Jane Curtin is 77 today. She was, of course, one of the original cast members on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think I saw her. I'll tell you, man, that original SNL is one of the reasons why SNL kind of rolled so much, right? It was like Steve Martin and John Belushi and Chevy Chase, right? I mean, would that have been
on there? Yeah.
I'll tell you what, people don't realize this. Eddie Murphy was great on SNL.
Yeah.
Him and Joe Piscopo kind of had this like thing going. I mean, way back. But my favorite SNL cast by far was Chris Farley and those guys. I mean, Will
Ferrell's going to be the celebrity picker on game day Saturday.
Yeah, I like him too a lot, but that wasn't his era, but he was good too. But Chris Farley and David Spade and Adam Sandler and those guys, God, they were hilarious, man. I mean, like, they were funny. They weren't political. They were just really funny. I mean, just hilarious guys.
Another funny guy, Jeff Foxworthy, 66 today.
Yeah, I like him too. I mean, like he was like the blue collar comedy thing. Yeah, like I remember when he had the spotlighting on deer thing. Pretty funny dude. Yeah, I think he's a big Georgia fan.
Roger Waters, musician of the rock band Pink Floyd, 81 today.
Love Roger Waters. Love them. Like for a long time, they were my favorite band. It's hard to believe, right? But they're still my second favorite band. Like I still love Pink Floyd. Like Dark Side of the Moon is one of the greats, but The Wall is fantastic. I mean, like you just put honestly, man, and I know some of you guys aren't really into that, but I don't really care as much as, and you would think from a guy that spent so much time on radio, like I'd be like, oh, you got to be on radio to be great. No, the Grateful Dead are the best band ever, and they weren't ever on radio. I mean, you play them some on your station, but Pink Floyd's like they do play a little Pink Floyd, but the Dark Side of the Moon's the best album of all time. And then, you take their other songs and Wish You Were Here, and there's so many like World War II references in there and everything else. Like,
yeah,
Roger Waters kind of the brains behind that. Now he had a falling out with the Pink Floyd, the members of the Pink Floyd band. So he's kind of a solo guy, and then whatever. But I saw him in concert in '94. It was fantastic, and I'm glad I went.
Final birthday for today. Michael Winslow is 66. And Michael Winslow, he is the actor from the Police Academy movies, and he'd made all the sound effects with his mouth.
Yeah.
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 He's great. He was good.
A career out of that. See, I thought you were going to say Carl Winslow, and then we were all going to do the Carl,
Nah, sorry. If you're looking for something to celebrate today is National Read a Book Day.
Good idea. As a dad, I try to push that at home.
Ice Cream Day.
What ice cream?
Today is also
what ice cream?
What ice Food Bank
Day. What ice cream was it?
Well,
what kind of ice cream? You're not going to tell me. I
lost you. I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me right now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry, I did that on purpose because I didn't want to hear you. Anyway.
What ice cream was it?
Coffee.
Oh, coffee ice cream.
Yeah. I know you're a big ice cream guy.
Yeah, I love ice cream. I can't messes my stomach up right now.
Well,
I love it.
I feel for you because that's not a good thing. I mean, you need your ice cream, or else you get in a bad mood.
Yeah, I know.
Today in history, yeah. Today in history, this date. Let's see. 1968, Eric Clapton records his guitar solos for the Beatles song "While My Guitar Gently Weeps." A lot of people don't know he played this. We played that on there.
Great artist. He had one of his young kids fell out of a window and died. He wrote a song
Yeah.
about it, man. And you feel for him because you never get over that. I mean, and I haven't experienced it. I hope I never do, like awful.
Yeah, me either. But no, I remember he played a concert in Birmingham not long after that had happened, and Tears in Heaven came out, and he got extremely pissed off at the crowd because they were like chanting cocaine or whatever, wanting to hear cocaine, and he was trying to like play Tears in Heaven or something.
Really?
And yeah, and it was I'm surprised he even came back to Birmingham after that.
Gee.
No, that was a big deal. Yeah. One of your favorite bands, New Kids on the Block, released "Hangin' Tough" back in 1989.
Yeah, I like New Kids. Danny, Donnie, Joe, John, and Jordan.
I cannot believe you know all their names.
Oh, I know them all. Yeah, and all their songs. I know the dance moves and stuff. A lot of people felt like I looked like Danny. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean Jordan. Sorry,
Jordan. Okay. Wow. I maybe we should end on that note.
I think so. Hey, roll tide, everybody. Come to Unique Bar 1 to 3 today. Jake Coker and I will be there. Big Sexy's going to be down in Jasper, but he'll be on the show. And we hope to see you guys. Roll tide, everybody.
Roll tide.
Have a great day.